Hey y'all, it's Destiny and welcome back or welcome to Destiny Reacts. So I definitely wanted to come talk to y'all because Liv's life is definitely spiraling out of control. I think her and Jerrod are really about to get into it. It's getting crazy. So as y'all probably know, Liv had the kids over on spring break and they were at her home. She did a lot of activities with them. And she also posted on YouTube, which she said she was not going to do. I'm definitely not surprised that she went back on her word about posting her kids online because, of course, what else is she going to do? What else is she going to talk about? As much as she says that the channel is not a family channel, it really is. It started off that way. It was vlogging about her life with her kids, her husband, her marriage, everything. So, yeah, I knew the kids would be seen again. But the whole drop-off and pickup did not go as planned. Liv actually kept the kids longer than she was supposed to, which of course she would. She thinks she's above the law, she's above everyone, and she wants to know why people are so upset about it. So the funny thing about it is, I believe this all started because Liv decided to post a video on her YouTube channel about him, meaning Jerrod, calling the cops when the kids were with her and her having to say goodbye. So of course people are going to be like, oh my goodness, why would he do that? How could he do that? The kids were there. That's so messed up, right? But did she explain what she did to get the cops called on her? So for somebody who wants to change and not put so much of her business out there, I think this was an interesting video to put out and a crazy title to put on it if you didn't want people to be all up in your business. But I think it was just to make Jerrod look bad. So he went on his Instagram and this is what he had to say. My kids had to be returned at 6 p.m. that Sunday. My kids didn't get back to Dallas until Tuesday. They missed 2 days of school. I wasn't provided any flight information. I wasn't provided any information about a canceled flight. Before the kids left for spring break, I asked for flight info and she stated that they weren't even leaving Dallas. So yes, I called the police. Nobody is going to continue to play. So when it was time for the kids to go back to Jerrod, somehow Liv claims that her flight was canceled. All the tickets for the kids were canceled. She doesn't know what happened. She says American Airlines is not taking the fault for it, and she didn't know what to do. She says that she didn't find out that the tickets were canceled until a day before that the kids were supposed to be back. But she did say she called and talked to a lot of different people, and she was able to get a letter stating why the tickets were canceled. I wonder where this letter is, and if it actually exists. What does it say? What was the reason that the tickets got canceled? But who knows? So now let's get into Liv actually reacting to what Jerrod wrote on his Instagram right here.
My kids didn't get back to Dallas until Tuesday. Correct, they did. They missed 2 days of school. I guess so. I guess they did. I wasn't provided any flight information. That's not correct, because you were. I wasn't provided any information about a canceled flight. That's not correct, because you were. Before the kids left for spring break, I asked for flight info, and she stated that they weren't even leaving Dallas. Well, that's not true. That's not true at all. Even that type of party. But, you know, for him asking me, what am I going to do? You know, it was the flight information, blah, blah, blah. I didn't give it to him at that time before I took my kids because I don't think it mattered. It didn't matter. All that. And I didn't tell him I was staying in Dallas. I said, you don't even know if I am staying in Dallas. I don't think it really matters where I'm staying. I could be going to Antarctica. I could be going anywhere.
So as you can see here in the live, Liv double talks a lot. She'll say one thing and then she'll go back and say something else. And it's like she doesn't even catch herself saying it. At first she said that she did tell Jerrod the flight information and everything. And then in the next breath, she's saying, oh, I don't need to tell him the flight information. I don't need to tell him that. That's none of his business. No, I didn't tell him. So what's the truth? So when Jerrod asked if she's staying in Dallas or something like that, she says that she told him, oh, well, you don't even know. I might be staying in Dallas. You don't know if I'm staying in Dallas. So why would you even say that if that's not the truth? So you see how she's saying it doesn't matter where she takes the kids. She can take them to Antarctica. It shouldn't matter to Jerrod. But isn't it interesting it mattered where the kids were going when they were going with Jerrod?
I'm just saying, you know, when he took last summer, you know, he shoved him in the car and zoomed off in the middle of the night and drove back to Dallas.
Now, you see, this is the problem with that statement right there. She acts like Jerrod just came up one day, took the kids, shoved them in the car, drove off, and she knew nothing. But there was a court order for him to get the kids. We already know all of this. He went through the courts to be able to have time with his children. And she was getting all of the letters and everything from the lawyers. We already know this, but she's still claiming that he took the kids and she knew nothing. Why did she do this?
I didn't know where my kids were. I came on YouTube, and I maybe shouldn't have done that because, you know, I just shouldn't have done it because I was in my feelings. You know, you should never react on something off of feelings. Okay? Never. Handle your feelings, sis, and then get online and talk about it. Or handle your feelings, sis, and then go handle that dude. Handle your feelings, sis, and then go talk to your homegirl. Like, handle your feelings first. Put your feelings in check. And that's what I didn't do last summer because I was so frazzled. I didn't have my kids.
Do y'all notice how Liv always has an excuse for everything that she does? There's always a justification for everything she does, but then she doesn't understand why other people do what they do. Jerrod, maybe he had reasons for going to court and getting lawyers and all of those things and taking the kids in the middle of the night and stuff like that. Maybe he had reasons too, but she doesn't understand that part.
Selling my soul for a view. Okay, that sounds like somebody else said that, but okay. But exploiting my kids, how? You mean the same way you're exploiting your kids by getting them all dolled up and snapping a photo on Instagram? And bro, like stop exploiting my kids. Okay.
Do y'all think Liv has a point here? Because she's saying that her putting the kids on YouTube is the same as Jerrod posting the kids to his Instagram and posting pictures of them. I really want to know what y'all think in the comments about that. Now, I'm definitely going to disagree with Liv here because Jerrod is not making money just because he's posting pictures. He's not even doing a YouTube channel or making money on Instagram by having the kids on there. So no, he's definitely not exploiting the kids. Now Liv, on the other hand, she does make money by showing her children. The fact is that Liv is making money by putting her kids on her channel. She makes money by posting videos about them, and even on Instagram, I'm sure she makes money on there, and she would show her kids on there sometimes as well. So think about it like this. Kids are out here and they're doing jobs and working hours and hours and hours on social media, and then the parents are getting paid for it. I think there are a lot of people out here on social media exploiting their kids for money, but that is a subject for another day. Now, this is where Liv gets into the text messages back and forth from her and Jerrod. So here are a few right here.
I said my flights were canceled without us knowing. I wasn't informed until today. This was the day before. This was Saturday. I had to bring them back Sunday, and this was Saturday, early Saturday. I said my flights, because that's when I got my email. I said my flights were canceled without us knowing. I wasn't informed until today. I will get it all in writing from the airline. But since this happened and you took the tax money, I can't book a flight until Tuesday morning. And that's honest to God truth. Like, you guys, I don't have money just laying around.
Does anybody else think it's so hilarious that now Liv is trying to say that she doesn't have money laying around? She doesn't have money like that. Like, he took my tax money. That's all the money I had. I have no more money. He took my money. But wasn't she the same one saying she didn't need YouTube for income? So now you do need YouTube for income? Like, I don't understand. What happened to the other streams of income that she supposedly had when she was saying she didn't need to do YouTube? She stopped posting videos. She deleted most of her videos on her channel. What happened to the money? So I guess the tax money was all the money she was ever going to get? I'm confused.
Unfortunately, I don't. And any chance he gets, he continuously takes the money that's my money, like my tax money. Like, if say I got my taxes, right? I was supposed to get a big check for my taxes. And that's owed to me. That's what I've worked. I had my kids all last year. I had, blah, 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 blah. You know how taxes work. Okay, so that's my money that's owed to me. But he, once again, I already said this like a million times, he claimed the kids and I wasn't able to claim the kids. I wasn't able to file my taxes. Once again, I have to figure out, of course, if I had money and I was balling, taking trips and doing this and doing that off of my damn money, then sure.
So obviously, I think this is when she was talking about Jerrod and Nisha going to Vegas. I guess she heard about that. Maybe she saw some videos on that. I don't know where she could have saw that from. But yeah.
You feel me? It would have been not a damn thing to book I'm just trying to explain this shit.
I really don't think she's doing a good job of explaining all this, but let's keep going.
If you want to help me with tickets with that money that he took, you can. If not, then they have to come in Tuesday morning. They have to. But I got tickets super early though.
Once again, it seems like Liv does not feel like school is important for the kids at all. She just brushed it off earlier like, oh yeah, I guess they did miss 2 days of school. I guess they did. It doesn't matter to her. We've seen time and time again of how the kids were missing school, how they were late for school. So this shouldn't surprise anybody. School is not important to Liv for the kids.
He said, no way. They need to be here tomorrow at 6 p.m. at the airport. They have school Monday. If they're not, I will contact my lawyer and file kidnapping charges.
I'm so glad Jerrod put that in there because Liv said on live YouTube that he kidnapped the kids and threw them in the car and all of this. So now he's using her words back on her, but he's going to do it the legal way, so...
I said, laugh out loud, do whatever. My flights getting canceled were really upsetting to me. You think I wanted to like go back and forth with him about this? This was very upsetting.
Yes, I personally do think Liv loves to go back and forth with Jerrod. I think she enjoys it. She gets a kick out of it. To her, it's like eating breakfast in the morning. Drama is fuel for her. That's what I think, and that's what I believe.
Yeah, and I just had a baby, like literally, I just had a baby. So I'm just not in the mood. I'm just not in the mood to go back and forth with him. This is what he likes to do. I said, I told you what is going on. It's obviously not kidnapping. He said, if the airlines canceled your flight, you don't have to buy a new ticket. So that's the first lie. No, you do have to buy a new ticket if the airline canceled your flight.
Anybody that is a regular flyer and they fly on airplanes all the time, let me know if this is actually true. If the airline cancels your flight, do you have to buy a new ticket or will they provide a new ticket for you? How does that work? If you know, let me know in the comments.
I said, I don't know what type of games you playing, but I'm not up for it. You can start driving today or get on a flight. All I know is the kids better be here by 6 tomorrow. First of all, who are you talking to?
He's talking to you, Liv. That's who he's texting. That's number he's texting. That's the phone number he's been calling and trying to figure out what's going on. He's been texting you. This is who he's talking to, you. Like, I don't understand why she's allowed to be disrespectful to other people. And then when people come at her, it's a problem. What's really the issue?
He's calling me a liar. He's like, okay. Anyway, I just said, look, I'm not going back and forth with you, especially when you did the exact same thing to me during the summer. And what I mean by that is, you guys, listen, my kids are supposed to come back during the summer, July 27th. Is that the date, I think? Or July 26th? I don't remember, but they're supposed to be back July. He took it upon himself to change up some stuff in court, get me drug tested, change up some stuff. Anyway, the kids didn't get back until like the 3rd, I think, of August. I wasn't on the phone threatening him, you better bring my kids back by this date. I wasn't. And literally when he brought, like, there's a reason why you're supposed to bring the kids back at a certain day with this whole custody stuff, because they need enough time to get ready for school, get ready for back to school, get their hair done, spend time with the other parent, and I had plans, you know what I mean? I wasn't able to be with Ryan for her birthday last year, or Christian. So I had plans to take my kids out and do certain things, but I couldn't because he decided that he was going to do this and get me drug tested and change the court dates and do this and just a whole bunch of extra random crap.
This is my take on all of this. The fact that Liv did not want to tell Jerrod about the flight informations, that leads me to believe that she probably did not have flights back to Jerrod. She probably only had flights for the kids to go with her. Another thing is she probably did not tell Jerrod she was planning on taking the kids back with her to her home. She probably did tell him that, oh, we might be staying here, and no, I'm not planning on taking them out of the state. I probably will just stay here with them. I think that's what happened, and of course Jerrod probably believed what she was saying and didn't believe the kids were going to be going. I also think they have a really bad miscommunication issue. They cannot speak to each other and have a civil conversation to save either of their lives. I said it once, and I'm going to say it again. They need counseling. They need it. They should have had counseling before they got married. They should have been made to have counseling once they decided they wanted to get a divorce. I mean, this is crazy. They need it. They need a third party to sit in, listen to each side, and make sure each side is heard and the other party is really listening. I don't think one of them is more in the right or one is more in the wrong. The fact that they both cannot come together as a collective and figure everything out is a problem. I'm sure in their relationship, in their marriage, they had issues of communicating, but they never decided to get any help for it. And it's not going to get better now that they're trying to get a divorce. Now, I want to hear from y'all. Who do you think is in the right? Who do you think is in the wrong? Do you think they're both wrong? Do you think each one has a little bit of truth to them? Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you in the next one.